So I chose to do my research on the historical figure G. Stanley Hall. Hall is the founder of psychology and educational psychology. I chose to do more research on him because of the other classes I'm taking. Just psychology, relates to them, and this helps me get a better insight of where it came from. A little bit about his life. He was born on February 1st, 1884. He was born on a farm in Ashfield, Massachusetts. His parents passed on their love of knowledge and learning to Hall. His father, Granville Bascom, served in the Massachusetts legislative. His mother, Abigail, studied at Albany Female Seminary and also taught. From a young age, Hall knew that he wanted to contribute to the world, and that's just what he did. When he got to school in 1867, he graduated from Williams College, then transferred to Union Theological Seminary. Initially, he wanted to study theology, but like many of us college students, he changed his mind, and when he switched to psychology. Before switching, though, he did become a pastor, and this only lasted for about 10 weeks. Then he went off to Harvard. While he was at Harvard, he was awarded his PhD in psychology. Normally, no big deal. A lot of people have gotten it by now, but back in the day, he was the first American to receive that award, so it was huge. After earning his PhD, he couldn't find a professorship quite easy, so he decided to go to Germany and studied at the laboratories in Berlin. He also spent much time applying psychology to education while he was there. While he was in Germany, Harvard contacted him and asked him to do a lecture at the university. He accepted, and when his time was up in Germany, he went back to Harvard and gave the lecture on education. It was so successful that Harvard asked him to come back the following year and present it again. Johns Hopkins University got word of this and asked him to do a similar lecture at their university. At last, he landed a professorship at Johns Hopkins University. This professorship was the first chair in the world of psychology, which was a pretty big deal. From there, Hall went on to publishing a book, Adolescence, in 1902. He later retired in 1920. Following his retirement, he wrote another book on the crisis of aging. This basically discussed the knowledge of youth versus elders. And then 4 years later, Hall died in April. He left a great wealth of knowledge on psychology for all of us to learn and to use every day. So I hope you guys learned a little bit of the facts, and thanks for watching.